Good morning, beautiful. Hi, I'm Jordan James, and this is Good Deeds Buffalo. I want to thank the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York for sponsoring this episode and allowing me the opportunity to take the time to give back and highlight the good deeds of the city of good neighbors that often go unnoticed. On Good Deeds Buffalo, the Western New York community will nominate someone for their good deed. This person would be involved in the community and oftentimes are a beacon of hope and kindness. And by merit, I will select someone to showcase and thank. Enjoy the show. On the last episode of Good Deeds Buffalo, I sat down with Leah Angel Daniel, founder of Fostering Greatness. Leah's work to help children in foster care is inspiring and helping families grow. I also shared what it was like to visit the Drew Barrymore show. I was blessed to be a guest on the show. I met a mentor who is helping Good Deeds Buffalo grow and help spread Buffalo love across America. To watch video of that appearance and to find out how you can help Leah Angel Daniel from Fostering Greatness, head over to gooddeedsbuffalo.tv. Now, on this episode of Good Deeds Buffalo, I will sit down with Alex Burgos. Alex Burgos is an LGBTQ+ advocate and a candidate for Erie County Democratic Committee with a mission to build stronger communities. And before running for office, Alex advanced his mission of building stronger communities through his career at Mocha Buffalo and Trillium Health, advocating for most vulnerable communities. In addition, Alex volunteers for various community efforts with a focus on racial health equity. Alex was born and raised in Buffalo and is a graduate of SUNY Empire State College's School of Psychology. Alex's dedication to the community has been recognized throughout Western New York. He was even invited to this year's Buffalo Sabres Pride Night, and he was nominated 3 times to be on our show. Meet Alex and learn about his work when we return to Good Deeds Buffalo. So joining me in studio now is Alex Burgos. Alex, when did you know you wanted to be this community leader that you are?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Jordan, for having me on. I never had a goal of being a leader in mind. I think I sort of came into this wanting to be the leader that I've always been, in a way. And really, I'm just living my most authentic life and being true to myself, and somehow it manifested into something much bigger. And I really am so grateful every single day that I've been given the opportunity to share my voice and create a platform not only for myself, but then also the community at large.
Wow, and it's so wonderful when I speak to you. I can feel you've had this leadership in you. You've just kind of taken control, and now you're leading people, and it's so wonderful. During your time with Mocha Buffalo and Trillium Health, what did you work on? Like, what was your main objectives?
So, we wore many different hats. I focused, we all focused on the execution of our grants and meeting those deliverables. I had a huge part in communications, both internally and publicly. I implemented fundraising efforts, development. We also ran various programs that focused specifically on LGBTQ Black and Latino youth.
Okay.
So we had evidence-based intervention groups. We had different programs throughout the week. And we also had many different events. So we had events for Pride. We had, most famously, our block party.
Wow.
We had our tent at Pride. We would march in Pride. We had events for the holidays and basically every occasion year-round. And I think what was so great about that is it really allowed for our youth that attended our programs and came into the drop-in center to develop leadership skills, ultimately to become self-empowered and autonomous adults.
Wow. And when you think about it, when you're gay, Latino, or even Black in this community, it's hard to have motivation when you don't see people like you.
Yes.
And you were able to be one of those people for all those kids, seeing somebody like them in a leadership role, and it is so powerful. What is most important to you as you move forward with your mission?
You know, I had a conversation with someone who came up to me the other day, and they were at a point where they were just feeling very down on themselves and very low. And I think what I hope to get out there is a message of self-empowerment and love and kindness. And I think that when we preach those messages, it often pertains to kindness towards others, but I think we need to preach messages of kindness towards ourselves, especially in our community where we tend to experience many forms of discrimination and self-criticism. And I always sort of reinforce this message that every member of our community is an important member of our community. And without them, our community wouldn't be the same. And I think just living your most authentic life, that is powerful and that is impactful. And so I hope that that is really the message that resonates as time goes on.
Wow. I'm sorry, I'm getting chills, talking to you, maybe a little emotional. I think what you're saying is so passionate. What are some topics that you speak about and that are very important to you?
In addition to the community work that I do, I also encourage people to be involved politically because that is something that does impact our community a lot.
Yeah.
Since I was 16, I went around the streets of downtown Buffalo handing out voter registration forms and getting people registered to vote. And I still do that to this day. That's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm getting a lot more involved. And I also encourage people to focus on what's happening at the legislative level, especially statewide. There are many bills that pertain to the LGBT community that, would affect us, both positive and good, both statewide and nationwide.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I am really focused on at this moment is 340B, which provides drug discount pricing to various organizations to help them, serve underserved communities. So people living with HIV, for example, dependent on those services, and those services are dependent on this funding.
Wow.
So I definitely encourage people to be involved politically year-round because there's always things happening that affect our community.
Yeah, be a part of it. Get involved,
yeah.
and learn about those laws and those legislations that are going to affect us
Yes.
and our future, right?
Yes.
What are some events that you've done to spark conversation, about the topics? Has there been a particular event that you've attended to spark conversation about this?
Over the past 2-3 years, I've never seen so many Black and brown people in our community rise into positions of leadership. And it's so inspiring to me.
Beautiful.
And I think that there isn't one particular event that I could really say was like the best, but I would say that the resurgence of the ballroom scene in the city of Buffalo and Western New York, I think that's been the most powerful, in my opinion. I think seeing youth in particular who maybe don't have the confidence that they do in their regular lives go down that runway and compete in categories and feeling like superstars. I think that has been a really powerful and touching moment. So, I would just say the resurgence of ballroom in Buffalo.
Yeah. When I've seen it, I've seen some videos and I've attended some ballroom dances. It's like awesome because when we were kids, could you imagine if we had that experience to be able to go out to our community and have this ballroom dance at such a young age? Mm-hmm. The next generation are really going to be able to blossom and bloom because the work that you and the folks like us have done, and it is beautiful, honestly.
Thank you.
If there was one thing you could tell, a struggling, LGBTQ plus person watching right now, what would that be?
I would say to always be true to yourself. I would say that your pride is something that happens on the inside. Whether you're in the closet, whether you're questioning, whether you're out, your identity matters no matter how much that evolves. And I think I wouldn't just say something to them. I think actions speak louder than words. So, that is a continuous commitment to advocating for people that maybe don't have the skills to advocate for themselves quite just yet, or helping them get to that point where they can advocate for themselves and their community.
Wow. Now, is that the best part about what you do, or what is the best part about what you do?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily what I do because this is really just who I am. And But I will say, if I had to sum it up, I think the greatest thing for me, the greatest reward, is being the adult that I needed when I was younger. You know, to be that person for the youth, for our community that so desperately need it, especially now after, you know, a pandemic, so much social change, and, you know, that's really the greatest reward for me.
Wow. Now, what's the best way to find more information, Alex, about what you're up to?
Well, you know, I am on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You know, there's many ways you can get involved, both in person and online. You know, there's various community resources you can go to. There's the Mocha Center, there's the Pride Center, there's GLIS, there's you know, Black and Latino Pride and their events. There's Vogue Buffalo, which is another group doing awesome work.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then social media. I mean, social media, I think, during the COVID-19 pandemic has really been our primary mechanism of unifying the community and finding a sense of community building.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's many ways, and if you ever see me out, you know, say hello. I love, you know, introducing myself to people and making lots of friends, so.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to include all the best ways to contact Alex right on our website at gooddeedsbuffalo.tv. Alex, sit tight. Later in the show, we have a surprise for you.
Oh.
Up next, we'll have all the good events in news around your hometown in Jordan's Good Events in News. Hi, I'm Jordan James. Now it's time for this segment in which I talk about all of the good events in news around your hometown in Jordan's Good Events in News. If you'd like to submit your good deed, good news, or event story to be considered for the show, just visit gooddeedsbuffalo.tv and click the Submit a Story tab. Now, buy a drink to benefit 1-850. 12 Western New York restaurants are teaming up with the nonprofit 1-850 to raise awareness of Donate Life Month in April. 1-850's goal is to increase the number of registered organ donors in New York State through community awareness and a call to action for New York State residents to become registered organ donors. By selling specialty cocktails during Donate Life Month with a portion of proceeds going to 1-850, 12 Western New York restaurants are taking part, and for some it hits home. James Mano of Frankie Primo's in Soho said, "Last year, I lost a dear friend. It was the year this week when we worked together and enjoyed a shot. It was usually Crown Royal. While he fought, in a moment of clarity, he had the forethought to go online and sign up to be an organ donor. Immediately after he passed, at least one of his organs saved a life." 1-850 was founded by Tom Jasinski, a double transplant recipient who was told that his wait for a life-saving kidney could have taken as long as 10 years. During nearly 2 years on dialysis, Jasinski researched everything he could about the transplant. He was concerned that he might be one of the 22 people who die each day while waiting for organs that do not come. He learned that New York State was near the bottom per capita, and there are over 10,000 New York State residents waiting for life-saving organs. With the community's help in bringing awareness, 1-850 can increase the New York State registry and save lives. For a list of drink specials, please visit gooddeedsbuffalo.tv. Buffalo Brunch is back. We are very excited and proud to announce that Buffalo Brunch is back. Come celebrate the 24th anniversary of the Buffalo Brunch at Salvatore's Italian Gardens on May 1st, 2022. The Buffalo Brunch honors individuals, groups, organizations, and businesses that help celebrate and embrace the LGBTQ+ community within the greater Western New York area. The Buffalo Brunch is the principal fundraising activity for Embrace Western New York. Proceeds from the Buffalo Brunch are dispersed through Embrace Western New York in the form of community grants and educational scholarships for post-secondary students receiving an education locally. Now, each ticket purchase includes all-you-can-eat brunch, bottomless mimosas before 1 p.m., and access to multiple auctions throughout the event. Buy your ticket online, embracewny.org/buffalo-brunch. I just had to tell you guys about this good news story, which started out as a sad one. On Wednesday, March 23rd, first grader Finnick Muldowney went to school in a really good mood. He had his nails painted blue just like his favorite football team, the Buffalo Bills. Sadly, a few classmates didn't like his painted nails and chose to pick on him. Finnick was heartbroken, but Finnick's school, Ohio Elementary in North Tonawanda, did an amazing job of making Finnick feel safe and cared for, and they counseled the other students in classes, explained being unique and the differences of people. Now, as soon as Finnick's dad, Corey Muldowney, heard, we had Finnick color our nails so we could go to work and school with it to show we backed Finnick. He loved it. We thought it was over after that, but that is where the amazing part comes in, said Corey. Sawyer, Finnick's 10-year-old brother, explained to his class at North Tonawanda Intermediate why he was wearing the nail polish. He was proud of his brother. That next night, Finnick's parents received a text from a friend that her son, Zach, who was in Sawyer's class, wanted to paint his nails to show that he was there for Finnick. Finnick's brother Sawyer showed up to school the next day to find out that most of his class, 13 kids, had all painted their nails to show that they were there for Finnick too. Just Pizza Amherst found out and wanted to stand by Finnick and thank Sawyer's class for being kind and surprised them with a pizza party. Now, this next part brought me to tears because Finnick is changing the world in ways he doesn't understand just yet, and he's doing it with love. North Tonawanda Mayor Austin Tylek joined Sweet Buffalo on Channel 4 News to honor Finnick, bringing everyone together and encouraging the community to celebrate each other's differences rather than bully them. Mayor Tylek declared March 23, 2022 as BU Day. Mayor Tylek said, Finnick is an inspiration to all generations. He's paving the way for others to follow. Be like Finnick. Thank you, Sweet Buffalo and Bruckman Media, for the supporting images and story. To get involved and do your part, head over to gooddeedsbuffalo.tv and click the Good Events and News tab. We'll be right back to continue our show. Make sure to follow us on all of the latest social media: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Welcome back to Good Deeds Buffalo. We are here with Alex. We're going to be playing How Buffalo Are You? It's going to be a series of questions I'll give you the chance to respond to, and you'll probably win something.
Oh, okay.
So, true or false? Buffalo was the first city with electricity-lit streets.
I'm going to say that's true.
That is right. You got that right, Alex.
Awesome.
Congratulations. True or false? The Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Servicemen Park are the nation's largest inland naval port.
I'm going to guess true.
The answer is true. You got that one right as well. Now, this next one, I don't know if you'll be able to get it, but true or false? Buffalo is the second largest city in New York State.
True.
Oh, you got that one too. These are so easy, Alex. I think you're just a true Buffalonian.
I guess so.
I think that's what it is. So, the Buffalo Bills won the American Football Conference Division Championship how many times in 6 years? A, 6, B, 4, or C, 5?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to guess B.
Incorrect. The answer is actually C, 5 times. So this is a multiple choice question as well.
Okay.
Buffalo is home to how many former U.S. presidents? A, 1, B, 3, or C, 2?
I'm going to guess 2.
Correct. The answer is C, 2. So there was 2 former presidents that are Millard Fillmore and Grover Cleveland. So thank you so much for playing. Now we have some prizes for you because this is Good Deeds Buffalo. This is the favorite part of the show where I get to give back to those who give without asking for anything in return, right? So
thank you.
You're so welcome. To start, I reached out to Jessie from West Seneca, who is a 200-hour certified yoga teacher focusing on restorative and gentle yoga. She loves what you are doing and what you continue to do for our community, okay? So she donated a personalized relaxation session for you and 4 friends, okay?
Oh my goodness.
So focus on simple and gentle movements to create space in your body, connect with your breaths, all while she quiets your mind.
Oh
How
my
does that
goodness.
sound?
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Now, I also let my friend, really good friend, Shell, the owner of Images by Shell, know what you do, and she absolutely loves it. She'd like to donate a photo session for you to use to help you build your portfolio.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Images by Shell is a full-service portrait studio offering in-studio and on-location photo shoots around the Western New York area. Specializing in personalized photo sessions and creating art for your home or business, Images by Shell wants to help you capture it all for future generations. I would totally recommend her. Next up, I reached out to my friends at Certified Auto Brokers in Grand Island, and they absolutely love what you are doing, speaking up for the most vulnerable in our community. They want to make you feel like part of their family, and they're going to give you a year's worth of oil changes on them.
Oh
Alex.
my goodness. Oh, thank you so much. Wow.
You are so welcome.
I feel like a king.
That is wonderful. Because at Certified Auto Brokers, they aren't a normal car dealership. It's their mission to provide customers with a buying experience that is extraordinary, a value that is impossible to beat, and a setting both online and in person that is second to none. Now, do you know someone you would like for me to highlight for their good deed on Good Deeds Buffalo? This person would be involved in the community and oftentimes are a beacon of hope and kindness. Head over to gooddeedsbuffalo.tv and fill out the quick and easy nomination form. If selected, we'll reach out to you for more information. Again, I want to thank you, Alex, for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You can learn how to help Alex and his mission online at gooddeedsbuffalo.tv. I want to thank the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York, their underwriters, and WBBZ-TV for their support. I also want to thank our gift sponsors, Yoga with Jessie, Images by Shell, and Certified Auto Brokers. Until next time, I'm Jordan James, and this is Good Deeds Buffalo. Thanks for watching. Remember, hate is in the moment, love is forever.
Let's speak the words to the parents that will preach to their kids.